We're also following a high-stakes court hearing in Florida. A federal judge just opened the door to unsealing portions of that affidavit used to get a search warrant for the Mar-a-Lago estate owned by former President Donald Trump. Kimberly Gill is monitoring the situation from the newsroom for us. Kim.
Hi, Karen. Yeah, good afternoon to you. Major news organizations asked the judge to unseal the affidavit, but the Justice Department objected. Right now, it looks as if the judge is trying to fashion a compromise. The media companies, including our partner NBC, are arguing the document should be disclosed because of the public's clear and powerful interest in understanding why the raid was necessary. We've told you 11 sets of classified information were seized from the former president's Florida home more than a week ago. The Justice Department is arguing that revealing what's in the affidavit could endanger an ongoing investigation and could discourage witnesses from cooperating. Today, the judge asked the Justice Department to submit a new version of the affidavit with the redactions it would like to see. Well, the judge will review the changes. If he agrees with them, the document could be released by next Thursday. If not, there would be further negotiation. So former President Trump has said he wants the affidavit released, but things are on hold until next week. So Karen, we'll take an expanded look at some of the arguments in the case. And we're also trying to get reaction as well for when you join us for Local 4 News at 5. But until now, we'll send it back to you.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you, Kim.
Sure.
Meantime, a former top executive in Donald Trump's family business is headed to New York's Rikers Island. That's after pleading guilty to evading taxes. The CFO of the Trump Organization, Alan Weisselberg, pleaded guilty to 15 charges. He admitted taking untaxed perks valued at more than $1.7 million, including free rent, payments for a luxury car, and school tuition for his grandchildren. He's been sent to Rikers for 5 months, but could get out much earlier for good behavior. His plea bargain also requires him to testify when the Trump Organization goes on trial in October. Donald Trump is not charged in that case. Federal prosecutors have rested their case in the retrial of 2 men accused of plotting to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer. The jury heard 7 days of testimony against Adam Fox and Barry Croft Jr. They're on trial for conspiracy after a jury couldn't reach a verdict back in April. Well, now the defense gets a chance to build its case. It claims the men were entrapped by FBI agents and informants who fed their wild anti-government views. A Garden City man facing child porn charges this afternoon, accused of using Snapchat to entice children into performing sexual acts on camera. Court documents lay out the investigation surrounding Gerald Coro III. Investigators allege he would use the app to meet minors, obtain their nude photos, and then threaten to post those images if the kids didn't do other things he wanted them to do. The complaint alleges he may have targeted at least 24 minors. Tonight at 6, we'll have more on the investigation, how it started on the other side of the country and then led the FBI straight to Garden City. Great Lakes Water Authority still investigating that cause of a water main break that has about 130,000 people living under a boil water advisory. The 7 communities on this map need to boil tap water before drinking, cooking, washing dishes, and brushing your teeth. Repairs could be done around September 3rd. There are water distribution programs offering bottled water, but the need is great and supplies are limited. So Help Me Hank coming to the rescue today, working with Kroger on a massive water giveaway. Right now, he's in Shelby Township.
Hey, Karen, we're here in Shelby Township. We're loading up the news trucks and the Kroger vans. As you mentioned, this is a massive water giveaway. Kroger really stepping up, helping us with thousands of bottles of bottled water. This is going to those who need it most, those under that boil water advisory. We're going to be hitting nursing homes, senior complexes, many neighborhoods in the area throughout all of the east side here in Metro Detroit. So stay with us. We're going to be back at 5 o'clock with more coverage. We'll see you then. Back to you.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you, Hank. Let's get a quick check on your forewarned weather. Meteorologist Kim Adams standing by with your first forecast. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Karen. Well, thank goodness for Frank and Kroger for doing that, because it is getting very hot out there and it's humid as well. Temperatures are in the low to mid 80s, but feeling more like the upper 80s. We just popped up to 85 at Metro Airport. That is so far the high for today. 83 at City Airport and 82 in Pontiac. Right now, it is for the most part dry across Metro Detroit. We just have one little cell over in Essex, but otherwise we're going to stay dry this evening. The sun sets about 8:41 and we will be nice and clear by midnight tonight. Your weekend forecast is coming up in just a few minutes. It's a hot one, Karen.
We'll be ready. Thank you, Kim. It's no secret we are seeing a national nurse shortage, and the COVID pandemic has surely accelerated the risk. One estimate projects we'll be short 500,000 nurses within 3 years. So now the Beaumont Health System has come up with a multi-million-dollar solution. We find Local 4's Paula Tutman at Oakland University's Medical Teaching Lab to explain what this is about. Hi, Paula.
Hey, Karen. Yeah, so today was all about the money announcement. We're talking about $20 million over the next 5 years to expand teaching facilities. So like this one. So this is one of the teaching labs at Oakland University School of Nursing, but also to make sure they're getting people educated, graduated, and becoming nurses so they can stand next to the bedsides of the patients who so desperately need them.
Gotta do it up here. Is that okay? Just one squeeze.
3-year-old Scarlett just woke up from a nap and isn't feeling it, any of it. But there's a friendly face and voice ready to get her through the irritation of having her vitals checked.
5? Yeah. Another one?
No matter your age or your ailment, a nurse is the vital conduit between you and health care. But there aren't enough nurses left, and it's affecting health care.
I think for years we knew a nursing shortage was going to come. We'd always been hearing about it for 30-some years, but the pandemic just accelerated that and really made it come quick and hard on us.
Today, a major partnership announced between Beaumont Hospital and Oakland University. $20 million earmarked to upgrade facilities and to get as many as 500 nursing students into nursing.
We also need to find new ways of responding to the needs of people throughout our region and our entire state.
It amounts to nursing candidates being able to apply for one of 2 programs, a 4-year degree or an accelerated 16-month program, on track to graduate as an RN with a job waiting, with a 2-year commitment to Beaumont Health for footing as much as $20,000 of what's generally a $30,000 tuition.
Part of this partnership is that they will be doing their clinicals here through Beaumont Health.
The investment means students aren't overburdened with education debt. Beaumont Health has a ready stream of graduating RNs committed to starting their careers in that health system with the hopes they'll actually want to stay.
So we can give them a variety of experiences and then keep them on. As they're a brand new nurse, we will keep them on to make sure that they become hopefully long-term Beaumont nurses here.
I also am very proud to know that they're investing in the nursing profession, because we know that hospitals cannot run without nurses. And that is so important for our community so that they can feel confident they'll have a good nurse at their bedside when they're in need in a hospital setting.
Okay, so if you think this opportunity is for you, grab a Post-it note, because I know you want to know, when do I apply? Stick that Post-it note for next summer or perhaps early fall. There's still some heavy lifting to do in terms of finalizing curriculum, expanding facilities, et cetera, but imagine being able to become a nurse and as much as 2/3, Karen, 2/3 of your tuition handled. It's a yay for everybody.
Such an important profession and so needed, as you stated. Thank you, Paula. We appreciate it. Still ahead here, first at 4. Quarterback's punishment is increased in a new settlement. The NFL's Deshaun Watson denies any sexual misconduct, but he will pay millions. Vladimir Putin offers a reward to certain Russian mothers. It's something that country hasn't seen in decades, but qualifying is definitely not easy. And this celebrity clothing collaboration is going viral. Some people on Twitter can't believe what they're seeing. That story later in this newscast. First at 4.